I was having breakfast this morning with my ex-husband and his fiance. Different story altogether, but one of my biggest gratitudes. But we were talking about relationships, and as we were discussing, this term price of admission arose. It's something that I first heard from an author and an activist named Dan Savage, and he was discussing it specifically with romantic relationships. That in every partnership, there is something that will drive you crazy about your partner, something that you wish would change, and yet it just happens to be either something that hangs around or something that they actually don't mind and that they're perfectly fine with. He equated it to deciding to ride a roller coaster, and let's say the price of admission is $10 or francs or pounds or whatever it might be. But then you get on the roller coaster and the whole time you're complaining about the cost you had to pay to get on the ride. That was not worth the price of admission. But we tend to do the same thing with our relationships. And as we continue to talk, I realize that this relates to any type of relationship, not just romantic partnerships, but with our coworkers, with our jobs, with our friendships. That there are things that we often tend to suffer about those different relationships, things that we get frustrated with or agitated. And the question that I leave you with today is discovering what the price of admission is. You probably already know it quite clearly. And then the question is, are you willing to accept it wholeheartedly and allow yourself to release it? Or do you have the desire to change something, knowing that the change will most likely be on your side? A good example, and one that we were talking about this morning, was that I used to get really frustrated with how my ex-husband would fold the towels and how he loaded a dishwasher. And I can remember, this was years ago, talking to a friend and saying, oh my gosh, he drives me insane. The way that he does these two things is not how I would like to do it. And her response totally smacked me across the face. She said, your husband helps you load the dishes and fold clothes? In that moment, I realized, wow, okay, so first of all, for comparison, I need to take a check about what my reality is. And second, are those things that are worth complaining about and wasting energy? Or are they things that I can either just redo or love and wholeheartedly accept and just let go of the fight? So where in your life are you seeing that price of admission come up? And where can you either wholeheartedly accept it and release it, or make a change?